Well, international fears are growing over the possibility of tensions in the Middle East escalating into a wider regional conflict. Both Iran and Hamas blame Israel for this week's death of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh. As mourners gathered in Doha for his funeral, there are concerns his death will stall efforts to secure a ceasefire and hostage release deal in Gaza. Meanwhile, President Biden says he had a, quote, very direct conversation with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu yesterday. While the president reaffirmed his commitment to Israel's security, he also stressed the importance of ongoing efforts to de-escalate tensions in the region. For more, let's bring in BBC News correspondent Jenny Hill, who's in Tel Aviv. Jenny, the call between Biden and Netanyahu, has that made any difference? And what's the mood like right now in Israel?
No, and I think most analysts would agree that any prospect of a ceasefire seems as far away as it ever has right now. We know that after that call, Joe Biden told reporters that he was, committed to the idea of that ceasefire. Hopes for that are extremely low right now. We understand that behind the scenes, there is urgent diplomacy going on to try to diffuse the tensions. But it's pretty quiet here in Tel Aviv. It's the Sabbath now. There is a real sense, I think, of unease. People in Israel are used to, since the October 7th attacks and the subsequent Israeli war on Gaza, moments like this, where it looks as though that war might explode into a much wider regional conflict. This is yet another one of those moments, and it is indeed a very serious and dangerous one.
Iran has vowed to retaliate. Are there any rumblings of what that might look like or when that could happen?
No, look, we've heard from Iran saying they vow revenge. So too have Hamas, who today called for a day of rage. Perhaps the closest indication we've had has come from the leader of Hezbollah, because don't forget that earlier this week, Israel, in a rocket strike on Beirut, took out a senior Hezbollah commander. The leader of Hezbollah has said that that crossed a red line and that revenge would come. He said that any retaliation, which would include retaliation from Iran and its other proxy, Hamas, of course, would be well thought out. It wouldn't necessarily be immediate, but he was clear that the conflict, as he put it, had entered a new phase. In terms of what's happening here, well, we've seen flights into Israel and also Lebanon either cancelled or delayed. It's reported that Israeli ministers have been given satellite phones for the weekend for use in the event of any kind of attack which might take out communications networks. So the world right now is watching, and it's probably worth pointing out that there are two groups of people whose voices are somewhat lost in the geopolitics going on right now. They are, of course, people in Gaza who know that the chances of a ceasefire are extremely remote, and the families of those Israeli hostages being held captive by Hamas in Gaza. They know too that the chances of their loved ones coming home anytime soon also remain a distant prospect.
Jenny Hill, thank you.